Oh boy, what's up everybody? Welcome to the Riding Dad channel. If you don't know who I am, my name is Chris and I am aboard my trusty metal stallion, the 2020 Harley-Davidson Lowrider S. I have had an extremely frustrating series of events today, and let's roll the intro. I'll tell you guys all about it.
Riding down a YouTube channel, it's the riding down a YouTube channel, it's the riding down a YouTube channel, it's the riding down a thing that you found.
Okay, so let's start rolling, make this an actual moto vlog. Let's first start off by saying I'm sure you can tell my audio quality is, well, if you've watched my other videos, the audio quality during my moto vlog was terrible, so I'm sure you can probably see that it is a lot better today, but that is the source of my frustrations today. So, I started out with, if you saw my last video, my kind of digital yard sale, I started out with a wireless Go by Rode, and that was going to hopefully make everything better because it was a wireless microphone that basically attached to the cold shoe mount on the GoPro, the media mod which I had. And it's got a input, and then it had a wireless mic that I was planning on either using a lapel wired into for the actual helmet, or just using it by itself for the helmet, and then if I went anywhere or whatever, I could just use that as a wireless mic. It would help with installs, not being tethered to the GoPro or anything like that. And then it wasn't something that I would have to sync the audio to the video with. So I got that, and in theory it sounds great, but I guess, you know, there's a reason why nobody uses that for motovlogs, is because the gain just would not go low enough, or, you know, the input setting would not go low enough on that without having to use some sort of external mic or external gain adjuster. So two things I could have done. One, I could have kept that. I actually went to Best Buy. I really wanted to keep that. I really wanted to make it work because it's a very good setup as far as like having it be wireless for like review videos and install videos and everything. That was awesome. Plus the quality of the mic itself was really good, especially with that little wind muff like the dead cat on it. So I wanted to keep that. So I went to Best Buy, got a different microphone because I knew my microphone, my lapel mic, wasn't the best mic. It was just some cheap one I got off Amazon. I don't even remember the brand. I've had it for like a year and a half now. So I got that originally. Went to Best Buy to get the Sony one that everybody pretty much has been using for motovlogs for forever. Got that, and instantly the audio quality was better, and I thought, holy crap, I fixed it. I re-filmed my whole kind of motovlog, got home, absolute garbage. It was a lot better audio quality, but the problem was still the same. The gain would not go low enough for that mic. So what I wound up doing while I was at Best Buy was, as a just in case, so I didn't have to go back out, I bought an external audio recorder. Most people go with the Tascam. My buddy Motos and Mullets has the Tascam. I want it's something with an 85 in it, I think, whatever. I'll post a picture up here. It's what a lot of guys have been using forever on motovlogs, and the reason why I was trying to hold out and not buy that one was primarily because of the price and the size. It's a little bit bigger than something I wanted to keep in a pocket, and the price was also kind of steep for what I was looking to spend. So I bought a digital Sony one that has an internal rechargeable battery. It had some decent settings on it from what I saw. Not significantly cheaper than the Tascam, but a little bit cheaper, and I could buy it locally and return it locally if it was something that didn't work out. So I bought that as a fallback plan, got home. Once I realized that all the audio was essentially unusable, I basically turned that on, did some tests with it in my garage and everything, and here we are. So there's some pros and cons to this new setup. Cons aside, you know, from how many takes I've had to do to try to get here, that was absolutely frustrating as hell, but bottom line is we're here now and got finally a good setup. So the pros is that it has a lot of space internally where I don't even need any kind of SD card. It has an SD card storage area for it, but you don't need it because it has, I think it's like 40 hours onboard storage, and it has a built-in USB you just kind of flick up and everything like that. I'll post a picture of the one I got. And then obviously the other pro would be that it's a little bit cheaper than the Tascam. Not a gigantic amount, but it's a little bit cheaper. I wound up keeping the Sony mic because it was better, and the dead cat fit around it better, and the way the placing that I do under my or my little like a chin guard area, it just works a lot better. So the other pros relate to the GoPro itself. before, the setup that I was using and any kind of setup that I would have used without doing an external audio recording device would have been wired directly into my Media Mod. For those of you who don't know what the Media Mod is, it's only compatible with the GoPro Hero 8, and it basically fits around it. It looks like a case with a little built-in speaker and everything, and by itself it works pretty good. It's got an HDMI out, a charging port on it, and it also has the 3.5 millimeter, like your typical headphone jack style, or size rather, for audio in, for like microphones and everything like that. It's also got a built-in front and back mic that you can turn on or off, either or of those, which is what I typically use for my install videos, because the audio is decent, especially when I'm inside like a garage setting. Audio does more than fine for that kind of style. So that is not waterproof. The other negative part about it is it takes up a lot of space, so if I'm doing anything on the helmet, I have to bump it out a little bit because it kind of locks, you know, how much you're available to adjust it, like rotational wise. So that is another, you know, negative of having to use that. So the pro is that I don't have to use the Media Mod now, because it's not waterproof, can't access the battery and the SD card very easily rather, and then also kind of hindering the ease of mounting on a helmet style for like a first-person view. So now we're on to the cons, which unfortunately are there as well. So the cons is that it's another thing to lug around. It's another battery to make sure is charged. It's another thing to go wrong. Like, it's in my pocket right now. I can't see if it's recording or not. I pressed the hold button on it, so hopefully it is recording just fine, but I can't see it. So it is theoretically one other thing to kind of go wrong in this whole scheme of perfect storm crap that always goes wrong for me. And then the other con is now, and this is the worst con, is that I have to sync the audio with the video. What most people do is the clap method. You know, you clap a couple times, make sure that both audio devices hear you, and then you sync that up. Now, before I got my new computer, which I talked about in a couple vlogs back, my old one kind of took a crap. Before I got my new one, that would have been a very large issue, because my computer basically was so old and so crappy that it essentially would not let me real-time watch anything over 1080p video, especially if I was going to try to sync an audio and a video. It would just be laggy, even to the point where the audio wouldn't be synced with it from the exact same clip if it was like if it was a linked audio and video completely, like a scratch file just from downloading from the GoPro itself. So that would have been an issue. Now it's just going to be one more step and kind of a pain in the butt to kind of initially do. But the audio quality, I think you will find out, is amazing. I will do a video kind of detailing what setup I use for this, as long as everything works out good as I render it. And I'm going to do some other playing around with some possible settings and everything. But I do believe the video that you are watching right now has very good audio quality. And I did forget to mention, kind of goes along with my frustrating series of events today. So all that, you know, I went to Best Buy today, I did that, I came back, I had a million different things trying to do it. And for those of you that have a family and either go on motorcycles regularly or trying to do the motovlog and the YouTube thing, you know how frustrating it is when things don't work, and how obnoxious it is to try to get a minute out, especially if you have kids. It's one thing leaving the wife and saying, hey, sorry, I have to go out for a third time today to try to film the same video in addition to me editing it later. But it's another thing to try to work around that when you have a child as well, and you have to plan, you know, for a significant other or spouse or whatever, trying to babysit the kid back and forth and make sure that you have enough time allotted for everything that you need to do, while still not trying to piss off the wife or the husband, you know, whatever gender you might be. So in addition to all that crap that's going on, I took it out. So my first ride with this new external recorder, I got to where I started my motovlog for, you know, this actual motovlog for, behind the 7-Eleven over there, pretty close to me. I started taking the video, or I recorded the audio, went to turn the GoPro on, and it said no SD card. And I left the SD card in the computer. I never put it back. So I was like, all right, I have to go home real quick. As I went home, it started to sprinkle, and I got some clouds behind me, not so much, but in front of me, got a little bit of clouds, dark clouds trying to start to come in. So I'm hoping that I can at least make it home and finish the rest of this motovlog without anything. As far as I know, the audio recorder that I have is not waterproof, so I can just dump that in one of the saddlebags real quick. But at least the GoPro is, which is another pro/con, I guess, depending on how you want to view it. So got a little rained on while trying to do this, but I think everything has finally fallen into place. It's been an absolute nightmare every day, but I'm gonna head home. I'm going to start editing this video and get it out to you guys on Wednesday. If you don't know who I am, like I said in the beginning, I'm pretty sure I said my name, but I am Chris. I am on a 2020 Harley-Davidson Lowrider S. I do post install videos, I post review videos, I post motovlogs, riding videos, kind of a little bit of everything. I do have a full playlist dedicated to all of my install videos and a full playlist dedicated to all of my review videos on my channel. I am super close to 1,000 subscribers. Depending on when you're watching this, I might already be at 1,000 subscribers. Thank you to everyone who has gotten me there and everyone who is going to continue to raise me above the 1,000 subscribers. I appreciate every one of you guys. And now it's starting to sprinkle a little bit, so I'm going to make a U-turn. So at 1,000 subscribers, I'm going to do another giveaway. Before I forget, because I keep forgetting in all the videos, my last giveaway, the guy was really cool who won it, and I feel terrible, but I can't remember his name off the top of my head right now. But he picked the shirt, and then he offered to give me a poker chip from his local Harley as well. So I threw in a poker chip as well. We kind of traded chips, and then he got the shirt. So I appreciate the chip, man. It is in my Harley, you know, picture frame chip collection right now, and it is cool to have one. It's cool to trade. So thank you very much again, and here are some pictures of him with the shirt. Awesome guy. We talked a little bit back and forth. I hope you're enjoying the shirt, man. I hope you're watching this video too. Maybe you'll win the 1,000 subscriber giveaway. Who knows? So yeah, I think I'm going to end this moto vlog here. Let me know what you think of the audio. I think I finally figured it all out. Eventually, you know, I will post a whole video of all the audio settings I use, what actual recorder I use, and kind of just a walkthrough of what I do on and off the bike, assuming everything goes well with this. But thank you guys for watching and putting up with the old poor quality audio of previous times. And right here is a video that YouTube thinks you will enjoy based on what you already searched. Right here is the latest video that I uploaded. Click on one of those, preferably my last upload one, that'd be cool. And until next time, guys, ride safe, have fun, Dad out.